Thank you. Good morning. Well, my thesis, I guess I'll go ahead. Well, anyway, how about a grabber? Anybody got, anybody would like to pay $1,200 a month for health care insurance for their family? Well, if you don't have a family, then it'll cost you $600 a month. So then maybe we'll rethink having a family. But being that a family is the American way. I think that's the way of the whole world. That's the way society should be built. I think that and being that the corporate greed and avarice is in a runaway stage, and they don't care whether we're urchins selling apples on the street. I think that the government should be the hero for the people, and that they should regulate health care insurance. And I'll tell you why. First of all, I would like to say that I've benefited from excellent health care insurance. Back when I started in the 70s, I used to get 100%, and my first two children were absolutely free, and the next two were Medicaid babies, and again that was absolutely free to me, but the taxpayers were paying for them, and that's the way it is now. In fact, Medicaid is taking up the brunt of everybody who the healthcare system kicks out. The federal government is paying like $50 million a year for their portion of uncompensated healthcare service, and I think they're not regulating healthcare is giving healthcare conglomerates license to loot the U.S. Treasury and to bankrupt the citizenry, because, as I stated, they pick up the bill for uncompensated healthcare service, and also for the children. And I'm very glad that with this new healthcare bill, that all the children are covered, and the insurance companies are not happy about that, but and taxpayers aren't happy about it. But unless they need health care for their children, and everybody does. Every living soul needs health care insurance. Most health care insurance is paid by employer plans, but we getting more with all the layoffs. We're getting less and less of that happening, and being that it's voluntary, employers are protecting their bottom line by dropping the benefits. And if they don't drop the benefits, how many workers can continue paying the $1,200 a month that it takes to protect their family? So we need help. We need to be rescued, because they're showing no signs. The corporations, they're showing no signs of relenting from their exploitation of the poor. In fact, they're raising the premiums. Premiums are going up, and also their patient portions of the bill. You got to pay 30% of the bill. I started out paying 10%. Then it was 20. Now it went up from 10% just over the last year. So it's like they're like in death rows, and they're actually what they're doing is protecting the bottom line, because it's publicly traded, and they need to pay the dividends. I used to, when I had a few bucks, I used to invest in healthcare. When the oil was bad, when energy was bad, I go to healthcare. And I just kept running until I was broke. I just had to take all my money out. But and that brings me to another point. Bankruptcy. Medical bills are causing most of the bankruptcies, because even amongst working people, we can't if we want to see the doctor, we had to go to emergency room, or and then we pay big bucks there. We pay 40% more than people. We pay out of pocket 40%, well, 3 to 4 times what an insured person pays for the same medical stuff. And plus, we got to pay up front, and then we get the calls, the 800 number. We get the calls, and eventually we have to make decisions. In fact, most people, I think it was 59% of people have to mortgage their possessions or drain their bank accounts to pay for health care. And they can't fill the prescriptions, and they can't do the follow-up diagnostics that are prescribed. So, so I think, so in conclusion, I'm convinced that the U.S. government needs to play the role of advocate for the citizens in securing health care for all Americans. And I thank you for your attention.